Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another First Descendant video. Well, if you was looking to unlock Ultimate Ajax, well today I got the guide for you. I'm gonna break it down step by step how you can unlock Ajax. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. But before we do, if you're looking for some cheap First Descendant weapons, items, and more, including boosting services, you can head over to u4gm.com, use the code Karpo to get 5% off. So thanks for our sponsors today. Let's get started with today's video. We have 4 different parts we need to get after for Ultimate Ajax: the enhanced cells, the stabilizers, and then we have the spiral catalyst, and last but not least, Ultimate Ajax code. I'm going to show you how I got them and the best way you can go about getting them in your cells. Let's start off with the enhanced cells. Now, once you go after the enhanced cells, you're going to have 3 different choices to get after. 2 on hard, 1 on normal. Let's start off with this Void Fusion Reactor for Amorphous Pattern number 35. If you do decide to get after this on normal, you're going to head over to the White Knight Gulch and you're going to have to farm for it with a low drop chance of 3%. I'm not saying it's impossible to get it, but you will have to go and farm for the Void Fusion Reactor missions as well. Next, we have the Fortress on hard for Amorphous Pattern 121. This will bring you to the fortress. You're going to have to come over here and farm with Sharon to get the additional rewards. And then there is a 10% chance. Not saying it's impossible. It's going to take a little bit more farming and you're going to need Sharon to get after that. So you're left with just a few more choices. For Amorphous Pattern 121, you need to come over here, get it, and then come over here and bust it out. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go after Amorphous Pattern number 57. Why? Because it's going to be 100% drop chance over here. You can get this by changing it to Amorphous Pattern number 57, and now you're ready to farm. And yes, there's a 10% drop chance for this. So what I do is I get 10 of these bad boys, and then I get after it with the Hard Executioner. Here's my rewards. Now let me tell you about the drop chances. Now as far as I'm concerned, it is a little bit of a grind. I got this to drop between 10 and 15 tries. So you do the math, it's a little bit of a grind, but it is possible. I have good RNG still. I thought that was a little bit much, but between 10 and 15 tries with a shaper, I was able to get this to drop. So not bad at all. We'll take a little bit of grinding and get it, but you can get it done. Now if you don't have a shaper, guess what? I got 2 of these to drop. So the drop chances are relatively pretty good. I got 2 of these to drop while I was trying to farm for Yin cells. So I still haven't got the cells yet, but I got 2 Ultimate Ajax parts. You do the math. The drop chances are a whole lot better than 10%. That's all I'm saying. So get after it. You can get it. Trust me. I've gotten 2 of these to drop without even trying. So here we go with Ajax stabilizers. Up next we have 3 more choices. We got the Frostwalker for Amorphous Pattern 116, and then we have 2 other missions. Let's start off with Amorphous Pattern 116 at the White Knight Gulch on hard. You need to come over to the Biolab to get that done, and you're going to have yourself a 6% drop chance. Not saying it's impossible. It's totally up to you to get after it the way you want to. But you're going to have to defeat the Frostwalker, which isn't an easy thing to do if you're not prepared and you just don't have your build together. So you need Amorphous Pattern number 62 if you can't do the Frostwalker, right? Here's the thing with Amorphous Pattern 62. You need to head over to the Sterile Lands to get Amorphous Pattern 62. Same percent drop chance, but dude, I'm trying to tell you, it was so hard for me to get these to drop. Solo, group, it was just tough. I only got a few of these to drop. I didn't get it from there. Where I did get it from though was from this other mission, and that's pretty much going to be the best way to go about getting it in my opinion, and that is going to be farming Amorphous Pattern 112. Now I just put out a video talking about Amorphous Pattern 112, how I was farming for this, and the drop chances for Amorphous Pattern 112 was pretty good. Here's the thing, you also want to be getting Amorphous Pattern 113s to drop if you come over here with Sharon, so you can kind of double dip and get 112s at the same time getting 113s, and it is a high drop chance for you to get these to drop over here, in my opinion. Now you will need to do this Void Reactor mission, and you're going to need the Void parts. I decided to farm up the parts and come over here. And doing these void missions may take a little bit longer to get it going, but once you have all the parts, you can farm the boss over and over and over, and then it makes the farm a little bit better and a little bit more efficient, so to speak. So this is how I got it. I came over here with Frenra because the boss was taking poison damage, seems to help out a little bit more with the RNGs, and boom, just like that, I was able to get this to drop. I would say between 10 and 15 tries. Okay, so that's how it was for me. Next up, we have the Spiral Catalyst. Now for the Spiral Catalyst, we have 3 choices, all on hard. Molten Walker, which is the last hard boss, and Avoid Fusion Remarker, and we have our Swamp Walker as well. So, well, what are we going to do? You basically have 2 choices unless you're going to be farming the hardest boss in the game. So you come over here to the White Knight Gulch for Amorphous Pattern number 98. Still a low drop chance, 6%. All of them are going to have a 6% drop chance. It's more or less which one is the better one to farm and which one's going to give you the better chances to get what you want to drop. So if you do decide to come over here, I'm not saying it's impossible. You just need to come over here, get the parts, and farm out the little mini boss, and you can get this to drop. Not saying it's impossible, but that's not how I got it. I got it from Amorphous Pattern number 94 by coming over to the Asylum. Now, to me, this probably isn't the best way to get it done. Okay, the other way might be a little bit more efficient as far as doing the little mini boss, doing the void missions, but you get a 100% drop chance over here. You're just gonna have to farm the Swamp Walker, and then you have to wait on RNGs to be on your side. It's easy to get the Amorphous Pattern this way, and then you need to be a little bit lucky to get the drop, or at least a little bit of RNG. Same thing for all of these parts. Count it between 10 and 20. All right, between 10 and 20. You're gonna come over here. If you get it before 10 tries, count yourself as lucky. All right, if not, just keep grinding it out, my dude. I got mine with a shaper, and yes, the shapers did work for Ajax. For other parts, it didn't work. But for me, it happened with the Spiral Catalyst, and I was super happy. Kind of had that feeling like when a exotic was dropping in Destiny 1. Last but not least, we have the Ultimate Code. Now for the Ultimate Code, only 3 choices. You have 2 on hard, and then a void mission. Let's start off with the void mission for Amorphous Pattern number 88. Now if you come over here to the AIM Desert, you don't need a Sharon, but you do need the farm for Amorphous Pattern 88, 6% drop chance. Not saying it's impossible, but you're gonna have to do a little bit of grinding over at the void mission to get this done. But that's not the way how I got it done. Not saying it's impossible to get it there, but that's not how I got it. Okay? Next up, you have 2 different bosses. One, you come over here to the hard shelter to get this done. Now, if you come over here to the shelter on hard, you can farm for Amorphous Pattern number 78 for Ultimate Ajax Code. And this one, once again, 6% drop chance, and you need to farm the hard Devourer. Not bad at all. You can do that one solo as well, so you don't have to do that one in a group. For Amorphous Pattern number 66, this was one I got after. So just a total roll of the dice, I decided to get after this. Went over to the Forgotten East to farm for Amorphous Pattern number 66, still a 6% drop chance. Well, at least it is on paper, because the drop chances for these were a little bit better for me. I went after the Dead Bride. Now, there is a lot to deal with this, because one, you're going to have to make sure you're in a group that know what they're doing. If you do play with randoms, there's a lot of people that just don't watch a video. They don't know the boss mechanics. So it can be tough to farm this. Totally up to you which boss you want to farm. Swamp Walker might be a little bit easier to farm. Or, yeah, the Dead Bride does drop it though. Alright, that's what I'm saying. And the drop chances are really high. You just got to deal with people that don't know what they're doing. Or just do it solo. Alright, so that is how you're going to get all the parts. That is how I got the parts. And the best efficient way to get it done. Just took me just 2 days when I was focusing in on this, a few hours a day, and I was able to get it done. Now for the parts, they cost 18 hours research time and 450,000 credits. So basically 1.5 mil to get this done, and over 2 mil to get it all done. After you get all of your different parts, you're finally ready to craft Ultimate Ajax. 900,000 credits in 1.5 days. And boom, just like that, you'll be able to unlock Ajax. Trust me, this method works. But for right now, that's pretty much going to for the video. Hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing? And welcome. Don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Gaming. Go to wide variety of videos ranging from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.